Burlak here to entertain you with the help of Ringo Starr. 'Cause you're like the devil with holes in your head. The only way I'll get you is to get you in bed. I haven't heard that song since I was like 9 or 10. It's one of them songs that I'd hear over and over again when we were kids, for hours while my father be in the bathroom making himself look pretty for the world. I wanna beat you up and then I wanna be kind. A song called Devil Woman by Ringo Starr. We lost to the liberal judge, Susan. And I'm going to talk about why I think it happened, and I think it might be part of a larger picture. So, Susan Crawford won, and I think the rhyme and reason are the same reasons why Joe won in 2020. To expose the evils of liberalism. It's probably going to be a little harder to expose the evils of liberals than it was exposing the evils of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party, the Biden administration was the final nail in the coffin of the Democratic Party. And now we need to not necessarily kill liberals, but expose the evil of liberals. And I think there is a fundamental difference between a libertarian and a liberal, but I'm actually thrilled that my neck of the wood is kind of becoming a focal point of exposing liberal evil. Got folks convinced that liberals are for inclusion and tolerance. Yeah, only the liberal definition of inclusiveness and tolerance. Despite the fact that the liberal judge won, the question of voter ID won. Yes, we here in my neck of the woods want voter ID, because that's a national issue. Well, the question is, she voted no. This Susan Crawford voted no. So the question is, will this liberal judge comply with we the people? I love the fact that my neck of the woods is being politically highlighted. We the people have spoken on this. We want voter ID. Now, will this Susan say F you to we the people is the question now. I want to be clear. The Democratic Party is dead. Liberalism as an ideology, or what it has become, is evil. I'm not saying that the idea of liberalism is dead. I'm saying what it has become, the evil it has become, what has been made into by our political elitists. Like, old school is still good. Like I always say when I talk against feminism, I'm not against old school feminism. But, yes. And here's my argument for why they have us convinced that to be conservative is evil, to be a liberal is heavenly and angel-like. There is more of a correlation between rednecks and conservatives. There's more derogatory slang, derogatory wording against conservatives, including words I'm not even sure I can say on YouTube, race, IST, or my personal favorite, what Hillary called them, deplorables. Conservatives are deplorable. And I couldn't even think of a derogatory word for liberal. The only thing that came to mind was pinko, which, you never even hear that word unless you're watching an episode of All in the Family. You don't even hear that word. But they did it that way because it's conservatives who are evil. That's what we've been told by the media for the last 30, 40, 50 years. Yeah, so it's all same old saying, song and dance. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And liberals have been enjoying absolute power, especially the last decade. Especially the last decade. Liberals have been enjoying absolute power. And there's a reason for this. The things they've been pushing. White guilt, blacks and other minorities. It comes down to the liberals been winning, especially the last 10 years, because of white guilt and black and minority ignorance. They're still on the Democratic Party plantation, and they don't know it. I don't know if they're a slave to their struggle. White guilt especially. The political powers that be convinced a lot of us, myself included, until about 7 or so years ago, that we don't deserve happiness in life. But there's a difference between a conservative and a redneck, quote unquote. Just like there's a difference between I think there's a difference between a libertarian and a liberal, or a pinko, quote unquote. That's the only derogatory word I've ever heard in my life that speaks negatively against a liberal person, because they've been enjoying absolute power. That's why. But there is hope. There is hope. Elon Musk and Trump. Yeah, it's not going to be internal Department of Revenue. It's going to become the external Department of Revenue. Our founding fathers never intended income tax to tax the American citizens. The way the government was supposed to make money is by taxing other countries. That's the way our government was supposed to make money. That's how our founding fathers meant it to be. There's a nice ring to it, doesn't it? The external Department of Revenue. The external Department of Revenue. I love it. Nice ring to it. But that's why I think the liberal judge winning is because now the world's eyes are on my neck of the woods politically. So we're going to see how the evils of liberals. Yeah, just because somebody's a liberal, that does not necessarily mean they're a good person. And that's what needs to be exposed. And just because somebody's a conservative doesn't make them a deplorable, as Hillary puts it. There's another reason why she won, this liberal judge. Not enough people came out to vote. Like 60% compared to November. You got to be more involved, people. You want to save this country. I'm speaking to you. You lazies. I'm not going to vote. I only vote in the president. Flunk you. You have to get more involved. If more had come out, the more people vote, the worse it is for leftist ideology and leftist leaderships. This is why the Democratic Party, at the end of the day, is still dying. All right, I don't want this to be too long. She won because of something called a political refractory period. We're going through a political refractory period. Yeah, all those people that came out, and then Trump won the popular vote, everything. He flipped some the swing states. There's a reason, because a lot of people came out and vote. If they have a lot of people come out this time, maybe this liberal judge would not have won. But we're in a political refractory period. And some need a longer refractory period than others. It all depends on how healthy one is. Eat your spinach and broccoli, kids. Well, the shorter the refractory period, the more fun you get to have. Mike Fairlack, thank you for your time.